Yo, it's officially been 16 whole years since Michael Jackson has passed away. 16! That's a decade and 6 years, and that's insane to really think about that he's been gone for almost half of my life. And still to this day, I vividly remember exactly where I was and what I was doing when I heard the news. And I'm sure a lot of you do too. So if you don't mind, you can share that story in the comments. But before I get into the video, I will tell you guys, I was fresh off of work. I was working at a summer camp. My mom picked me up as well as my sister because she was attending the same summer camp. As she drove down the road, my uncle called her. She picks up. He goes, "Hey sis, did you hear what happened?" She's like, "No, your boy just died." "Who?" "Michael Jackson, he dead." Now my mom like, "Oh hell no, like he's not dead. You better stop playing on my damn phone." She hangs up because those two, she didn't believe it at first because those two just know they play pranks on each other or they just rag on each other all day. You know, brother and sister type of thing. They joke and they make fun of each other. So it's nothing. So she thought it was just another one of his weird, stupid pranks to piss her off. She turns on the radio, and at this time, it was barely just a rumor, right? Like back 16 years ago, news didn't spread as fast as wildfire the way it does. So it was just speculation. Michael Jackson rushed to the hospital. We don't know what's going on. So we're just worried, like, oh my freaking God. Like now she's on the road. She's freaking out. I'm freaking out. I'm like, maybe he's just going to the hospital. He'll be fine. Because at the time it was not confirmed that he was dead. And actually the news on the radio made us believe that he was going to be okay. So it took us literally about 4 minutes to get home. We get home, rush, turn on the news. Every single thing on TV was about Michael Jackson. Every single thing, no matter what station we turned to. And the news were kind of iffy about it. Like he was rushed to the hospital, he's still alive. But it was one news source that confirmed that he was indeed dead. And we cried so hard, like we lost our own relative. Funny enough, it's not really funny. Everyone who knows me knows how much I love Michael Jackson. If you are close to me, you know. Even if you just know me a little bit, that's one of the things I wear on my sleeve. So when his funeral, the day his funeral was televised, I remember I went into work and my manager just knew. And she said, "You know what? You are allowed to stay on the clock and you can watch the funeral for as long as you need to." And that was one of the realest things someone has ever done for me, because I don't know why, she just knew I needed to watch it. I didn't even say I wanted to watch it because I'm thinking, okay, I have to be at work. I'm not going to be able to watch this. But she said, "Michael, I already know that you're devastated. You can stay on the clock and just watch it for as long as you need to." And oh my God, I was sobbing throughout the entire ceremony. And she checked up on me. She made sure I was okay. But yeah, that was my story. Once again, feel free to share your story of found out Michael Jackson passed away. So on a lighter note, this video isn't about that. I wanted to make this video to express the 5 things I wish Michael Jackson was able to do before he passed away creatively. And it's so funny to say someone as prolific and as accomplished as Michael Jackson, to think that there are some things that he just never did or really got around to. And I believe this is an amazing list, and I'm gonna go right into it. Here we go. Dun, 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 dun. Number 1, I always wished Michael Jackson had the opportunity to create an entire soundtrack for a film. And no, I'm not counting. Please, for the life of me, before y'all get in the comments and say, "What about Captain EO? What about Captain EO? What about Moonwalker? Oh my God, how do you not count Moonwalker? You're not a real fan." First of all, obviously, I know those films. I watched those films over a dozen times. I do not count those as full-length feature films, live action or animated. Okay? Moonwalker was a film he created to specifically promote the Bad album. Okay? It was never an official release in theaters, especially in America. Yeah, it aired in theaters in a couple of countries, but it wasn't a major motion picture release. So let it go. What I'm thinking about is an actual film of which Michael Jackson was able to do a soundtrack. You know what's funny? I kind of had this idea I spitball of how Pixar would have approached Michael Jackson to score a film. And actually had the perfect film idea for Michael Jackson to score. So here it is. So Pixar calls Michael Jackson and say, "Hey MJ, we have this wonderful animated film that we're working on. It's about this little boy who comes from a foreign planet. But he has the special power of being able to control elements with his voice and movements. Wow, that sounds like a brilliant idea, Michael Jackson would say. And furthermore, as this boy gets acclimated to everything on this world, people begin to realize his special gifts, especially the media and the music industry. Now, when they get a hold of this boy, they try to exploit him for everything for their own greed and personal gain. But this kid is conflicted because now he knows if he exposed his special powers out to the world, they would no longer be special because they would now be exploited for money. But he also wants to be able to gain that exposure to help save the world. But no one wants to help him save the world. So now he wants to either just be reclusive and stay away and watch the world burn and turn into dust, or he can help save it. So he's conflicted because he doesn't want to sacrifice his own personal autonomy, space, and privacy for the sake of everyone else's personal greed. And it gets really deep. I don't want to get so far into the whole concept of the movie I thought of, but that's pretty much the gist of it. And Michael would go, wow, that's extremely relatable. That's a brilliant film. What would you like for me to do? Hey, Michael, we have $12 million for you to help us produce the entire soundtrack, where you have full reign. We'll give you a band, we'll give you an orchestra, the whole nine is yours. We want you to score this film. Could you imagine that? Giving Michael Jackson a full reign to, oh my God. That's something as a fan I just would love to see. Number 2, speaking of films, voice acting. Now, we all know Michael Jackson's range as a vocalist has at least 6 different octaves, right? But his speech voice actually had multiple octaves as well. Now, I would have loved to been able to see him just have the freedom to express his real vocal abilities as a voice actor. And I think that would have been incredible to witness during his lifetime. And acting as well. We all know, if you're a Michael Jackson fan, he really was fascinated with costumes and makeup. Just imagine him being able to not only escape his reality, but get lost into a character in his costumes. I don't really see him being in a traditional film like romance and comedy, but fantasy, horror. Oh my God, Michael Jackson would have had a field day as like some weird, zany, eccentric horror character, or he would have been insanely funny. Actually, it could have been like a fantasy comedy that I would have seen him in as well. Anything that would have allowed him to wear a lot of makeup and costumes. Yeah, I could see Michael Jackson being in that. Number 3, the thing I wish Michael Jackson was able to do a lot more of, especially during his tours, was to explore his track listing a little bit more. I felt like throughout his career, he kept his set list on tours pretty safe. And for someone of Michael Jackson's caliber, I just felt like he didn't get deep into the album playlist bag as much as he did. There were so many songs he never really performed. Now, dug deep, and specifically the Dangerous set list. One of my favorite tours of all time to watch, but felt like there's so many songs that could have been left off and it could have been added in. I did the bold thing and curated my own set list for Dangerous and what I thought it could have been. I know this may ruffle some feathers, but I would have first and foremost taken off the Jackson 5 medley. After the Bad tour, that should have been left off. Matter of fact, it should have been left off before that. Okay, take out, once again, another Jackson 5 song, This Place Hotel. Take that off. That's out of the way. Because, once again, these songs get in the way of him actually performing songs from his album. Thought out thoroughly, and I felt like that would be perfect. Honestly, I don't care what anybody says. Okay, so you start off with Another Part of Me. Something about this song created such a beautiful synergy between Michael Jackson, the crowd, the backup dancers, the band, and everybody was just on the same type of vibe as it was just such high energy. The heat was rising, and Michael Jackson always seemed to love performing this song. And I loved watching him performing this song too. So you have to start off with this. Then you go into Black or White. Beautiful song, amazing transition from Another Part of Me, another high energy song. Then you go into Jam, and then Off the Wall. Then it transitions into like a soft from Off the Wall, then you transition into Thriller. Boom, Thriller. Dun 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Then he performs Thriller. Right after that, you go into Dangerous. That girl is so dangerous. Dangerous. Then, right after Dangerous, you go into Smooth Criminal. I'm not trying to get copyrighted, so I won't sing these lyrics. Don't want to get copyrighted. Don't want to get copyrighted. All right, there we go. Then right after that, we go into Beat It. So after Beat It, we go into a brief intermission where we transition into Act 2. Act 2 consists of Rock With You, Human Nature, Will You Be There, Baby Be Mine, and then The Way You Make Me Feel. Then, during The Way You Make Me Feel, he's also performing with a dancer. She's vibing with him. He's crooning her, and they're vibing out, looking all cute and sexy until she sprints off, right? The way you make me feel, boom, and then everything's stripped down. Now Michael's singing a cappella for a few minutes, or a minute, dancing, doing this thing with the spotlight on him. Now it's just him on stage by himself. Everything goes black but the spotlight that's surrounding Michael. And then after this, Michael Jackson just slowly goes off stage. And then this is when a woman who is dressed in all gold, the spotlight is following her. She's walking onto the stage, and this is where you hear the lush beat of Liberian Girl begins to boom, boom, do-do-do-do, boom, boom, do-do-do-do, do-do-do-do-do-do, do-do-do-do-do-do. Then the beautiful woman takes her throne, and then that's when the lights slowly begin to rise, and you start to see the beautiful set, all gold, royal theme obviously, and you're Liberian girl, you know that you changed my world. And Michael Jackson slowly approaches the stage, singing all beautifully, dressed in all gold and white, looking all dope and cool. Then he sings Liberian Girl, you know that you came and you changed my world, just like in the movies. And then, and then after Remember the Time suddenly stops. Pow! There'll be no darkness tonight, lady, your love will shine, lighting the light. Just put your trust in my heart. Oh my God, you can't tell me I'm not cooking right now. The Lady of My Life, right after Remember the Time, while they're still in their royal, beautiful king and queen theme, that way, that alleviates one of the main concerns of Michael Jackson, because he didn't want to just do Remember the Time and dress for Remember the Time and have the stage set just for one song, because it would have been too stressful not only on him but all the dancers and all the technicians trying to transition in that short amount of time. So me adding Liberian Girl, Remember the Time, and then The Lady of My Life for just this part of the act. Let me know in the comments, am I cooking, yes or no? Like, don't hate either. All right. So then after Lady of My Life, lights go off for a brief intermission. Now during this brief intermission, I would like something to be projecting, like a huge projector showing a montage of Michael Jackson's greatest moments, or maybe not even that, maybe something intimate, like behind the scenes footage of rehearsals or an interview, so to speak, something exclusive just for this tour. I think that would have created not only more of an ambience, but just to create something that the audience could connect with a lot more, something personal. Then we have Act 3. The lights go on, suddenly you hear that, boom, 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 boom. Then right after Who Is It, you got Dirty Diana, no, Dirty Diana, no. Then after Dirty Diana, don't you leave me alone, girl, leave me alone. Then Billie Jean's not my lover, you just a girl who aimed that I am the one. But the kid, not my son. Then after that, you have Given to Me. Or I would switch Given to Me with Billie Jean, so Billie Jean could be the last song of Act 3. And then you have the encore. Heal the world, make it a better place for you and for me and the entire human race. And then we end it off with Man in the Mirror. Boom. That's the Dangerous Tour set list. Let me know if I cooked or not in the comments. Number 4, the thing that I wish Michael Jackson was able to really get into was setting or designing an entire simulation theme park around his likeness. Last but not least, I wish Michael Jackson would have produced an entire album, well, produced and written an entire album for an R&B group of the 90s. Woo! Michael would have cooked. Imagine if he would have discovered an R&B group and just produced solely for them. And that's it. Those are the 5 things I wish Michael Jackson did in his lifetime as a creative. And let me know if I cooked in the comments or not. Maybe my opinions are trash. Who knows? I don't care. I'm just having fun. And I love MJ just like you. So let me know in the comments. Also, you all can donate to my Cash App if you don't mind. Just $1 to say, hey man, I'm fucking with what you're doing, because I'm not getting paid for this yet. And I would love to continue to make videos, but it's YouTube. They're hard making. It's hard. Pause. It's very hard making YouTube videos. But yeah, thanks for watching. Y'all have a good one.